All right, Wollie Mopped Gaming Podcast number 54 in this bitch. And I got a problem. I think I've well documented. It's a good thing that the females I talk to don't listen to this podcast or like video games, because if they really did, they could just get all my fucking secrets. So, anyways, right? I'm dealing with a slow breakup right now.
Ooh, slow burn.
Like iceberg slow.
Or like ether slow.
Or like snail slow.
Like I got a flat tire slow. Just trying to get down the street. It's gonna happen eventually.
Everybody keep on asking me, what's your swag side? What's your swag side? What's your swag side?
Alright, Wollie Mopped Gaming Podcast, episode number 54. We've just gone through like 5 hours of like philosophical shit.
Real talk.
Now it's time to get the video games. But we didn't get one thing. Once again, I'm Red K. Tony P's in the building.
Yay.
Legacy. Wait.
Hold up. We're not even gonna bring him up.
Fresh off his birthday week, the loneliest wolf.
Yes.
It's ever.
Are you
what
still,
will I become
hold
next?
on. I have to ask. Are you still hungover from your birthday weekend? For your birthday week?
I think of myself as a.
Did you get more texts like I said you would on the birthday walk?
Oh yes. I got
that.
And if to anybody who might be listening that did send me happy birthday wishes, thank you.
Or saw the graphic on last week. So.
Okay. Yeah. Or saw the graphics. Thank you. Excuse
All
me.
the friends were invited.
Yeah. I do. I want to thank you guys. You guys were awesome. No, to answer your question, I was not. I am not hungover from last week. I am drinking now.
Well, I know that.
It's kind of like it's for. I think Wednesdays is my drink night.
Wednesdays is my drinking day.
For the most night.
Whenever I go to the strip club, that's my drinking day. Which will probably be tomorrow night since I get paid.
We got a new strip club we got to go to too.
We'll
talk about that. We'll talk about that later.
We do have to. I don't like going to strip clubs, but I do like drinking. Because
yeah.
No offenses to the lovely ladies.
The old Last Call is now a strip club, so we got.
That's sweet. So I want to say this.
Yeah.
This is no offense to the lovely young ladies out there. You'll find wonderful gentlemen out there.
One day they're gonna be working on my calf as a nurse.
There you go. Giggity. I will say that I am not interested right now in my point in life in any female presences. Drinking is a little bit more interesting than the females, but I do love the delicious amount of information I get from watching other people and watching people and stuff like that. So cool.
So we didn't talk before we get into intros. We've been doing, Tony. We didn't ask you your technique for exiting the relationship.
Stab a bitch in her neck.
To be told, I think about things a little more differently. Like, if I kind of feel like things aren't sitting right within me, I'll just tend to be myself for a certain amount of time.
You're waiting till the what's it called? When you cut the skin off the penis.
The circumcision.
Circumcision. You're waiting till the circumcision and then call it quits.
No,
because if you call it quits, during the circumcision, you're probably gonna get stabbed by said circumcision objects.
That's what Tony P would do. So you're very direct, basically.
Once I'm like locked in, dead set, know what I'm gonna do. Yeah, there's nothing at that point that's going to turn me around.
Shout out to Membos.
So
Tony P, what you been playing as of recent?
Y'all already know what I've been playing, man.
Anything besides?
I played like one little thing of that game, and that we're about to talk about, and I have yet to jump back. And I'm a comic book fan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a comic book fan. I will devour information for comics because they interest me and I think they're cool. I like the idea of fantasy. But I played a match of it and it wasn't bad.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot say it's bad. It's just like, I guess partially because I still have that like heart in like fighting games for like consoles and stuff like that, and the controls I know. I'm like really like.
It's its own thing.
It pains me to play it.
Yeah, it's its own thing.
And that's not. I cannot say it's bad. It's really interesting how they have the stuff set up.
It's its own thing, man. They've really thought about it.
They and I'm not saying this like we're not getting paid for this, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
I personally don't give a fuck what they think. But I will say that it is definitely a way that is not the game gameplay is set up in a way that is easy to get into,
Yeah.
easy to learn,
Yeah.
and
There's a there's a higher level.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
interesting. I mean, and if you're in the comics, it might be for you
Yeah.
and stuff like that. For me, I'm still kind of like,
Give me the gamepad,
give me
Yeah, no,
friggin' down forward
No, it's-
punch, and I can do a
It's
friggin'
something to do.
Hadouken or whatever.
It's a great time waster.
Oh yeah, well, I would not even the fact this is a time waster because Fallout Shelter has been that
yes.
for me.
Yes, I understand.
Which it's not been a time waster because I'm at like a plateau right now. I'm trying to like get forward into it, but it wasn't the fact that it's like a time waster and stuff like that. It was more of the fact that it was fun, but it just it didn't have that like thing I want. And it's flashy. It looks cool. I mean, graphically for a mobile device, it looks damn good.
And it's only gonna get better. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, matter of fact, they just added a new update today. Yeah, because
It's look better.
it definitely looks better. You know, they're adding more characters. Like Venom's gonna be one of the characters that they add eventually. Like tomorrow they're bringing out Elektra.
Which Venom? The Venom that we all
yeah,
know
the OG,
or Agent Venom.
No,
which is,
the
Flash
OG
Thompson.
victim, the OG Venom. Yeah, they're gonna have Venom, Mr. Fix-It. For those that don't know,
Really?
Yeah. For those that don't
That's
know,
actually like they're really like digging.
Yeah.
They're digging deep
Yeah.
for some people.
Yeah, so-
Okay. I have to ask: do they have arcade?
do they have Arcane?
Arcade. Like arcade as a character.
character.
Arcade is he was he's a crazy guy. Essentially, they would make like these elaborate death mazes. I guess you can kind of say like death fun mazes things, and trap like people in them, and they would die trying to like get through it and playing
Crazy.
his little games and stuff
Crazy.
like that. Arcade's a pretty cool character. Arcade is awesome.
I've been playing a lot of MKX because I want to beat some ass when we have our next tournament, and so a shit
If you
ton-
can't beat me, who plays like no MKX,
I mean, but you play Sub-Zero, which is a whole different ball game.
that I do basic things and it works.
Like
if you can't get past the basics, then
I might be able to beat you now.
shout out Sandman,
Shout out
come back and
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
and,
I
and
got it.
challenge
I'm
a Red
waiting.
K's new
I'm just
technique.
Waiting for Sandman to come back. I actually went up 100 games on I went up 100 games online, like up 100 games, like just like playing or whatever the case is, to the point where it's pretty beastly with Takeda Ronin.
But what people are playing, what system?
I'm playing Xbox, but like everybody I'm playing is like
Pretty solid.
high tier, definitely high tier. Like I shouldn't be beating the people I'm beating.
Good, good.
But Takeda is just that deal. Liu Kang is that deal too.
That's just like bicycle kick.
But I haven't gotten too deep into his gameplay. I know how to fireball cancel into other streams, and I know how to I know how to get you in the corner, and you can't armor out.
Yeah.
like if you try to armor out, I'll bust up your armor with 2 hits. So Liu Kang's good for that. But Takeda Ronin just bodying people, and I've been playing a lot of I've been playing a shit ton of fucking Dragon Age Inquisition. And the
Really,
game is
I know that you were going back to it a little bit, but like
huge.
Jesus.
like I got past the first little part of the game, and given without giving away too many spoilers, it's not really a spoiler. Something happens to the place where you're first at, your first stronghold, and you get to this other stronghold, and it is fucking huge. I spent 3 hours in my base just talking to people and like fixing stuff up and everything like that. Like I spent literally 3 hours. Like it took me 3 hours to not only talk to people but find out all the little locations in your like castle type shit.
Right.
It's ridiculous. It's so big. The game's huge.
Good.
And I've already like maxed out like skill trees. And I haven't even done anything yet. The game's like,
Is there any other like directions you can go after that? Like you max out your skill trees. So
you have like 4 or 5 skill trees.
okay. Well,
And
there
then
you have
as the game progresses and you get other stuff, you get extra skill trees, and then you can like get different cards of skill trees, which will have you going through different kind of like mage slash, and the characters are interesting. It's just so good.
Good.
It's very good. Anyways, speaking of good, we got some good stories actually this
I
week.
didn't even tell you that was my. Fuck
I mean,
me.
but-
Fuck me and my stories.
But what you're playing is what we're talking about first.
Not really.
Okay, well, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I only played that for a good second.
Okay,
and
we'll talk about
the rest
that
of the
a
night
little
it was
bit.
down.
We'll save that,
Final
yeah.
Fantasy. That's Final
Yeah, Final
Fantasy.
Fantasy,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
you
was
were
playing
talking
Final
about
Fantasy. I'm level 30 now.
Mhm.
I'm a level 30 artificer.
Do you level up
technically.
pretty fast, or is it you got to grind? It's a grind.
Yes and no. You essentially you can make one character and be any class that you want at any time.
Nice.
You can switch over to any class at any time as long as you do, of course, the leveling up.
Yeah.
So let's say you switch over from like right now I'm an
So you can just try them out.
Yeah, I'm an artificer right now. Let's say I switch over to a conjurer, which is also for the job I have now, which is a scholar, which is one of the healing classes. I had to take 15 levels of scholar. When you become a scholar, you literally start at level 1 again.
Uh-huh.
So you start all over from level 1 and you work your way from there.
That's a bit of a grind.
If you're wanting to do every
It's always
class,
grind.
Yeah.
every job, and everything, it's going to be a grind.
Okay.
But there's tons of missions that allow you to level up and stuff.
And
like
I mean,
that.
you're gonna be playing this game for the next 5-6 years at least.
Yeah, like this is just the base game. This isn't
Yeah.
Heaven's Ward.
Yeah.
So Heaven's Ward is a lot more in depth and goes into a lot more. But the base game itself is pretty hefty.
Pretty dense.
It
Pretty
is
dense.
extremely dense, and I just don't like the fact that I'm probably gonna be paying $15 a month to play it. That is painful, but yeah. And then we can talk about what we're going into next.
Yeah. All right, we're going into some more Metal Gear coming up next in the story you should have heard of. All right, first up in the story you should have heard about, Will has gone back to the Metal Gear.
The Gear of Metal, which is actually still good. Still
And
good.
you online launched. Unlike I didn't. I'm
I think it was
surprised that
2 days.
online launched.
Yeah, 2 days ago from the day that we're
I
recording.
mean, I thought Konami would have just made a pachinko machine and.
Oh, that's coming. They've already teased
The
that they're
Metal
going to be
Gear
making a
pachinko
Metal Gear pachinko machine, which is kind of like,
Which is basically
dude,
like
spit in the face.
it's
like,
basically like a pachinko machine is like a slot machine.
yeah,
It's basically for you guys that don't know.
it literally they're spitting in the face of like.
But Metal
the
Gear
series and stuff.
Online, what's it like? Is mother base important?
No,
Oh,
none of that is important because
Really?
it's literally like its own separate game to be.
who are you? Are you make your own character or something? Like that?
No, in the game you make a character, or at the very beginning of the game, they basically say like you're wanted, you're gonna die if you don't like blah 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 blah. You need to make up a fake face to get away from the bad guys.
Kind of
and-
Mission Impossible style.
Yeah, so you make a face or you make like a specific profile, whatever like that, and they're like, oh, you make this face, and then stuff happens, and they don't make your face, but you still have that log of that face.
Okay.
Essentially, it's that face that you use for Metal Gear Online. So far they've shown there are 3 modes. There are 3 classes that you can kind of choose. And there are like weapons that you'll get later on and stuff like that. And you use, I think, if I'm not mistaken, you use the mother base coins to buy stuff from that, which is
So what's one of the what are the modes? I guess the one that you played. I guess should I say?
Bounty Hunter is the first one.
Okay.
I don't remember the names of them exactly, except for
But
Bounty
you know
Hunter.
what they do, yeah.
Bounty Hunter is the first one. Bounty Hunter is basically like, essentially think team deathmatch. Think of it more on a battlefield scale. The original Battlefield had this side has a certain amount of tickets, this side has a certain amount of tickets, and the object is to deplete the amount of tickets before the time runs out. If the time doesn't run out, whoever has the most tickets wins.
Yeah.
And it does not play like a shooter.
I wouldn't think it would.
Yeah, it's essentially it plays like Metal Gear, the Metal Gear 5, which plays differently from other Metal Gears. So you can kind of sort of switch between being a shooter or whatnot. You actually get to choose a
This
loadout.
stealth thing.
Kind of, sort of, yes. So is CQC and all that stuff.
It's still as easy to switch between.
Oh yeah. It plays just like Metal Gear Solid 5. So you can choose like a non-lethal loadout or a lethal loadout. You also have 3 classes. You have Scout, Assault, and I forgot what the other class is. Scout is long range. Assault is, of course, going in, and I think Demolition. I want to say, but I don't remember exactly off the top of my head. Essentially,
how many people on teams?
From when I played, it was about like 6 or no, it was a little bit more than that. It was about 6. It was about 6 people per team. And you
put a camp together with that.
Yeah. The one thing I didn't, I'll explain that part later. The second one is essentially one side stealth, all stealth, and the other side is protection, so defense.
Very Sam Fisher.
You have
versus spies.
The defense side is protecting 2 data disks.
Okay.
If the enemy team gets one of the data disks, they have to make it back to their base and upload the disk. Yeah. So, but the entire enemy team has active camouflage, so they're invisible. They can't have. There are moments where the active camouflage fails altogether, but for the most part, they're invisible, and if you can get through without being spotted, then you're good.
And you got vehicles and all kind of stuff. Horses and shit.
From what I've seen so far, what I played, they only had like the walker gears, which are the little walkers they got, which they are actually like
Konami for letting this mode happen.
Yeah. And the last mode is a kind of like, not really capture the flag, because that's not the business. It's more like capture the point. You have 3 points. And you have to capture them. When you capture them, then like an intel upload starts, and to get the intel upload to 100 is your goal. As one
King
side.
of the Hillish.
Yeah.
Style,
when you capture,
I know something about shooters.
There you go. When you get kind of sort of King of the Hill is more like you have to capture 1 point, and point might move or whatever like that.
You capture all these points.
Yeah. There's 3 points in total.
It starts.
No. There's 3 points in total. You capture 1 point, then the data upload goes up a certain amount.
Okay.
You capture 2, then it goes up a little bit faster. We capture all 3, then it's at its maximum, and it goes pretty fast, so you get that upload. The idea of the opposing team is to stop them from getting those points.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then there goes up. And
or no, nothing goes up for the opposite side. It's just stop them from getting those points. And
one kill death?
No. The second game, the one with the data disk, is 1 kill death. So essentially, like, you're sneaking in, trying to get the data disk, you shoot them, and they die.
That's
essentially,
cool.
Yeah. And that's for both sides. With with this one, it's respawn and stuff like that. You just gotta keep pushing and pushing it. One side and the other side, you gotta keep defending. It's not bad. It plays like Metal Gear Solid 5. There's a weird, like, and I call it weird because it is weird. When you're in like free mode, quote unquote, there's like this area that you're in that's kind of like, it's like in the game there's an Africa area, and in this Africa area it has like mines, and it has like kind of like open savanna like areas and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's kind of like that, but like there's like no one around, and I'm kind of curious if
is anybody playing?
No, not even that. I'm curious if there's like people who are just gonna like spawn in your game, or if there's gonna be like enemy
or what was there supposed to be?
Yeah, or if there are enemy NPCs that I might have to run into or whatever, like, but they don't really show it or anything like that. So some of the people that I've seen have already got like active camouflage in like all modes and stuff like that. Different weapons.
They've been going there since day one.
It's not bad. Not bad at all. It's fun. It plays like Metal Gear. You have to kind of sort of level up your character and stuff like that. They start off where they move really slow. Like their normal run speed is slow. Their crouch speed is slow.
Gotta, like, level up and everything.
Yeah, so it's kind of like how Metal Gear Online was originally. Metal Gear Online originally was very like, if you are low level and everybody else is high level, then sucks to be you. Essentially, you better get good.
Do you think that playing the online mode will help you in the single player?
Other way around. other way around.
Playing a single player will help you.
Yeah, CQC is a real big thing in there. You can also Fulton extract people.
Oh God.
Yeah, it is.
That's those balloons that they put them and they just like.
Yeah, it's kind of like that counts as a kill. So
Nice.
like and you can look 360 degrees around you with your camera and stuff, like look around yourself because it's a third person view.
Yeah.
I had a guy trying to sneak up on me, and there's a map on there. If on the map, if you like run loud or use a weapon, it shows as a big splotch on the map that gives a general idea of where you're at, but not a specific position. Guy was running and he tried to sneak up behind me, and I saw him, and I was like, I played it off like I didn't know he was there. Yeah, I didn't know he was there.
Yeah.
So I turned my camera around me because I knew there was nobody on my other side. So I turned my camera around me and I waited for him to get close. Turned around, CQC'd him, and tried to extract him. But it didn't work because another buddy of his popped around the corner and popped the balloon and stuff like that. But CQC is pretty important in this stuff in the game. I'm guessing as you get in higher levels, you can do the multiple CQCs. So I take this guy down and take this guy down, take this guy down. And you, like I said, extracting them is essentially the same as a kill. But they can be stopped from being extracted by their own team members shooting the balloon to keep them from being.
So something you think you're gonna be checking back in with every now and then, or
it's interesting enough to make me stay, and I don't want to like fall behind some of the people. I like behind some of the people, so I think
at least interesting enough to check out right now.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, next topic in the story you should have heard of: Street Fighter V beta. You didn't even get to play the beta, Tony. Where were you?
Work.
Probably. We had fun. You saw the videos?
Yes.
Yeah, we played Nash. We played.
I'm just gonna say this.
Nash, Ryu, Cammy, Birdie.
I'm just gonna say this for the simple fact that I love Street Fighter. I hate you guys for playing the beta, and I haven't been able to play it yet. We tried to get
you guys over here, man. We really
did.
But
you guys are always busy with work.
Yeah, I mean, we got some Taco Bell, and we
ate and we played the game. It was
we started winning towards the end.
The difference between me and my brother is at least when I'm working, you guys know I'm working.
True that. Shout out to Membos.
Membos.
So October 22nd.
Y'all gonna stop saying that. Y'all gonna stop saying that. Cause I swear when y'all start, every time y'all say that, I swear y'all talking about me. Trust me.
No. Okay. At that point, if you believe that we're talking about you, then that's kind of like on you at that point. I mean, we might not be talking about Mimbo. Yeah, we could be, but if you're feeling like you're a Mimbo, then chances are, if you feel that you're a Mimbo, you might be a Mimbo.
Mimbo's aside, still shots out. We got a Street Fighter 5 beta coming on October 22nd. It's gonna be a global once again. I believe the last one was global too.
Yeah, it was global.
We had that weird situation where we didn't have a lag. We had like this weird glitch.
Yeah, it was weird.
The weirdest fucking thing. Like, okay, so Tony, we had like so we're playing right, and we didn't get lag when we were playing online. We got like a glitch that this guy was like just glitching, fighting. It was weird. It
was still moving in real time, but like his moves were jerky. Yeah. Like, it was weird.
So we're gonna get a chance to play the beta. And this time we're gonna get Ken. I mean, I don't really care about anybody else. I mean, that's the only person I want to play with. But we're gonna get to play with Ken. We're going to play with what's her name? Karen. We're going to get to play with. We're not going to get to play with Geef. We got to talk about Geef. And Laura. We're not going to get to play with them. We're going to get to play with.
We got to talk about Laura too.
Yeah, we're going to get to play with. What's the guy's name? The Wind of the Seventh.
I was going to say Ahmed. That was horrible. I'm a horrible person. The guy's name is Ahmed.
Works at the Quickie Mart.
Works at the Quickie Mart.
Rashid.
Rashid. His name is Apu. No, Rashid.
Aladdin. So yeah, Rashid, who looks dope.
Yeah.
He's got this tornado thing. He got. We're gonna get play with Ooga Ooga. What's his name? The guy.
Damn. I thought I was bad.
No, but
he's Ooga Ooga.
Yeah, he's got.
I don't remember his name too, but I know who you're talking about. The dude with the long hair.
Yeah.
He's a new character. New characters are really, really hard, except for Laura, because she's got that ass though.
Laura.
Yeah. Laura though.
So yeah, we're gonna get to play with a ton of new characters, but we're not gonna get to play with Bison, Chang-Li, Ryu, anybody, or Charlie. Anybody who was in the last beta, we're actually not gonna get to play with them.
Nope.
But we will get to play with all the new characters except for Geef and Laura. And let's talk about Geef. Zangief.
Yep. The Shadow Geef.
The thing about Zangief that was weird, everybody that's been revealed has had these like, besides even Ryu is like more cut up. He looks more grizzled. Chun-Li looks a little bit shinier, I want to say, but she pretty much looks the same. But Zangief looks exactly like Zangief.
Yeah, they did no changes to Zangief.
It's like they took the Zangief from Street Fighter.
Yeah. And just like, just put him into the game, make him 3D, and there you go. He has not changed.
He has not changed
at all
in 25 years.
Yeah, he's still the same character. He literally is the same character as he was like years ago.
Which I don't know if that goes to great character design or just laziness on Capcom's.
I think maybe great. What else can you do with Zangief?
I mean,
even with his like
grappler of grappler.
Yeah, even with his character or his like costume changes in Street Fighter 4, like the alternate costume and stuff like that, there really wasn't too much.
I kind of wanted them to like have him where I'm pretty sure they're gonna have other costume characters because it's
like Robo Geef.
I wanted Zangief with the cape. Like I just wanted to keep the cape on.
Just keep the cape on. That actually be kind of cool.
And just be dope with it.
That actually be kind of cool.
But yeah, so we got he got some new moves. He has this, like tornado suck you in spin.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Like Seth.
No. Not only does he have he has a normal like tornado thing, but it seems like it's a lot more powerful.
Yeah, definitely.
It can bypass projectiles like it could in the past.
Not only can it bypass projectiles, it can actually like he has this like red meter.
Yes.
He can like what is it? It's he can like.
I think it's one of his.
Before where it's like he's like metal Zangief.
Yeah. But like he's this armor. More armor.
Yeah. So Nikali was the guy we were talking about.
Yeah, Nikali. Yeah.
So who you will be able to play with in the beta is I got it right here. Not Birdie, not Cammy, not Charlie, not Chun-Li,
or Ryu.
Mm-hmm. You will play with Karen, Ken, which is pretty much all I want.
Yeah.
Not Laura, not in Bison. You'll be able to play with Nikali. You'll be able to play with Armika, Rashid, Vega, and Zangief.
I kind of want to play with Vega.
He's a poking character. He's got a lot of good pokes.
I want to play with Vega.
Pause.
Thank you for.
But no, he actually has this thing where he can have moves with his claw.
Yep.
And he can put his claw away.
Yep.
So I was thinking to myself like,
that's because he's the most beautifulest thing in this world.
I was thinking like if he could put his claw away, then his claw can't fall off.
Yep.
But it can.
Yeah, it still can. He can.
So it's very where he has like moves and then he has like extra moves.
Yep.
He has like extra normals with his claw, and he looks different.
Yeah.
He moves different. I want to say like he moves very differently. I'm excited to play with him too, but I'm extremely excited to play with Ken. So like I said,
the Geef has air grapples now,
it's a problem.
And he has grapples everywhere. Like
he doesn't look like he has his backward hand. Like fireball.
We'll see. Yeah. The one where he can like slap back up projectiles.
Yeah, he can like slap a projectile out of the way.
Yeah.
And everything. It looked like instead of that he has his.
If they did get rid of that, come on, he's got fucking super armor now.
Yeah, and he turns,
like super armor.
Mode, he turns like red, and he has it for like a little while. And
you hit him like 8 times, and he's like, and then just grabs you.
What he does have that's really cool, and which makes me kind of want to play him a little bit. He has a little bit of a Hawk, Marvel's Capcom 3 in him. He has this like Hawk. If you played Hawk and if you play MVC3, you should play Hawk. Hawk had this charge move. He would like put his arm back and like charge his fist up and then hit you with it.
Yeah.
And it was like a charge punch. Zangief has that as well, and it can go through projectiles, go through armor and everything like that, and it kind of beat you up pretty badly. But it's still Geef. I watched a couple of matches. Not with anybody who knows how to play Geef though. I want to see how extensive is his damage, because damage in this game is immense. Like you get damage in this game, you're done. So I would love to see what Geef plays like. So we're gonna be able to play with him.
Yeah, yep.
The one we get to play with though is Laura.
Oh,
Tony,
this girl here. She's got a body that will not quit.
Not quit.
No, not at all.
Make you tap out. Tony, what you thought about Laura?
Laura looks nice.
How would you explain Laura to somebody?
All right, if I had to explain Laura, she would be a combination of, as we were talking about earlier, she's a combination of Blanca and Abel.
Oddly enough, yes. I mean, but she is Brazil, so I'm thinking she would. Actually, when they did the Brazil thing, I thought Blanca would be the person, but not really. So yeah, like you said, Blanca and Abel. She has, from what we decipher, we could be totally wrong because we just saw it today. Her activation seems like when she grabs you, similar to Abel. Shout out to Huggy Bear. It seems like she and our Strider. Like you got some kind of electric.
Yeah, she looks like she has like her. Yeah. She has electric powers. She has
very similar. Yeah, she does have electric powers, but it's like.
I don't know what, like, she does have projectiles. She has, but they're very slow projectiles. It's more like it looks like there's a character who has like where they just sit, not really like moving projectiles, but they're like traps. They're traps. That's basically what they're.
Definitely.
It looks like she has slow-moving traps, essentially, that you can, like... It sets you up to either she's going to grab you because you're worried about the trap...
Or bust you with an overhead.
Yeah. Or you're going to focus on her and you get hit by the trap, and then she capitalizes on that.
She has a lot of command grabs.
A lot of command.
She has a anti-air command grab, which looks pretty dope. And,
God.
I'm not sure if she has Rekkas or not. I'm not sure if they're Rekkas or just normals. It might... as I'm thinking about it, we saw her do what looked like a Rekka dash into an air grab, but what it could have been was either a V skill or just a gosh, what do you call those the combos?
Linkers?
Not linkers.
No.
The 2-button combos. Target attack.
Yeah, target combos. Target combo.
So it could have just been a target combo dash into a anti-air command grab.
But she's got grabs for days.
She's got some grabs, which I would love to get her. Can't wait to get her in my hands and see how she actually plays. Cause
I bet.
Because oh boy, but like she doesn't seem like a character that I'm too excited to play with, though. Yeah. Honestly.
She like
I'm more excited to play with Karen than to play with her.
Like I said before, but thank you for Tony P for saying how I explained her. She's literally like Blanca in a sense of the electric
electric personality.
If she had any charge moves, I'd be like, oh, this
with her, she might, we don't know.
The what you call it could have been a charge.
Right, she might be in general she might have charge moves. We don't know. With her, she has electric moves and stuff like that, which she can set for like traps and stuff like that. And it looked like part of it she actually did like an electric charge, kind of like Blanca does with his normal mash ace, just electric attack in general.
Yeah, I'm really anxious to see some more gameplay with her.
But she's dude, I see more Abel in her than like anything. Yeah. With her, not only her grab, but she has like the jump, freaking leg drop thing that she does.
Like Eddie,
well, she just not even like Eddie, like freaking like Capoeira, like literally like the jump leg swing, like kind of like the falling kick that Abel has,
and that 2-hit into like a grab.
Yes, that just screams Abel. It screams Abel so much.
Which begs the question: is Abel in the game?
Yeah, I'm curious about that, because if they have it's like, why would you put Abel in the game when you have a character that can do not only grappling things that it seems like Abel, but also
Sea Viper-ish like electric.
Yeah, like I'm actually curious about that. So
that's what's going on. We got some new characters reveals. We're gonna get more character reveals. How many characters are left? I think we only got like 3 characters. Unless they're gonna ship with more than 16 characters, which would be very un-Street Fighter like. Street Fighter usually ships with 16 characters, and then by the end of the game we have like 60 some characters. But you know what I'm saying, like, and they just add characters, keep adding characters. But if I'm not sure how many characters we have. I think we have like 3 left, because I think at the moment right now we have like 12 characters, I want to say.
Yep.
Matter of fact, I can just run them off right here, actually. At the moment right now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Which means if Street Fighter V launches with 6 characters, we're gonna get 2 more character reveals.
Yep. I think one's gonna be
older,
old school character, and one's gonna be new character.
Still fingers crossed on Guile. I don't know. I don't think that he will be. But Chun-Li, Ryu, Ken, no Blanca. Doesn't look like we're gonna get a Blanca.
I don't think we're gonna get a Blanca this time.
No.
I was actually surprised with
No
freaking
E-Honda?
Zangief. I was surprised with
No E Honda.
No E-Honda. Ooh.
At the moment, shit. What's the guy with the scar on his chest?
Sagat.
No Sagat. Shout out to Mike Ross. No E Honda.
No E-Honda.
I mean, like, it's looking pretty bare. I mean, of course, these characters are probably going to come in later on.
Yep.
But for right now, it's looking pretty bare. But we got Ken.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
You guys
Yes,
got
we do.
Ken.
We got
I got
Ken.
Ryu. That's all I care
I
about.
got Charlie. I want to do some work with Charlie. So
I still, like I said, I want to see
Gal-esque
Vega.
character.
I want to see Vega. No, Charlie's way different. I'm wondering if they're just gonna be like, here's Guile. If they put Guile in game,
Gal's
I'll be
got to
like,
be in the game at some point. I'm pretty sure. I don't think, from what we're seeing right now, I don't think Gal's going to be in the game in the first 16 characters.
No.
I think even though besides Bison, I don't see a charge character. Even though Bison's really good. I don't know. We'll have to see. Very excited for the beta. October 22nd. Of course, we'll probably be playing Fallout and Halo by that time, but I'll put that down just to play a little bit of Street Fighter.
Street Fighter.
Alright, so last topic of the day. We're talking story mode in video games. So recently, a lot of games, especially a lot of shooters, have been just basically cutting out story mode. I mean, we can go back to the beginning of this console age. I mean, starting with Destiny, even though there was some sense of story mode there, it was kind of like, go here, do this mission, like not a lot of content, but we already know why that was. We already know that was because like the writer got booted out and all that kind of stuff. But then we had Titanfall, which seems like they would have had a great story. Like there's more story in the trailers of Titanfall than the actual Titanfall. Titanfall seems like a great a fertile ground for story mode. I mean, like you got basically this kind of like shit. I'm blanking. What's the anime with the robots, Titans?
Wow.
I just named every anime there was.
Attack on Titan?
No, not Titans. Robots.
Gundam.
Gundam. Yeah.
I was
Gundam.
like, dear God, you're jumping everywhere.
Yeah.
Gundam.
It has a very
I love Gundam.
It has a very Gundam-esque background in the sense that you're these soldiers, there's these corporations building these robots and everything, and this fertile ground, good gameplay, nothing there. We're continuing that with Rainbow Six Siege, what we've just seen. There will not be a story mode on that game either. As you said earlier, Star Wars Battlefront.
Yep.
Is going to have some sort of
I forgot this one. The PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 versions of Call of Duty Black Ops 3 are not going to have any type of story mode in them. They're just going to be straight multiplayer.
Yeah, well, fighting games, we're used to not getting nothing but pictures or something like that. But at least,
but you still get a story.
You still get some reference of a story. You know what I mean? And like with all these video games, basically this generation cutting out what, in my opinion, makes the game a good game, and something that I go back to, and something I remember, being the story single player version of the game. Maybe it's because I don't have friends, or maybe whatever the case is. I feel like personally that doesn't warrant a $60 price tag if you're giving me a game that's not going to have, in my opinion, the most important part about the game, the single player story.
Yep.
Tony P.
Yo.
I pose this question to the console.
Go ahead.
What full price game? 60 bones.
All right.
What would you say is worth $60?
To me,
yeah.
I mean, I definitely visually. I definitely have to be
graphics.
Graphics. I definitely have to be wowed by it.
Okay,
gameplay definitely has to intrigue me.
Uh-huh.
But truth be told, aside from that, I think the story mode is the glue that holds a $60 game together.
I agree. I mean,
like a good story or a great story.
Yeah,
makes the game more enjoyable.
Like, how much better is MKX because for better or worse? But the story that just leaves you fucking like, what the fuck?
Right.
For better or worse, MKX is a much better game because there is some context to the story, and I totally agree. Like I would love it if these companies put out a game. Like, if you're gonna give me, let's say, Battlefront, or let's say like a Rainbow Six Siege, or even freaking what's the monster game that came out? One side was the monster and one side was the hunters. That's still out right now.
The one that's free to play on PS4.
It's free to play now. When it came
on
out,
PS4. Friggin'
I think
don't
it's on
remember.
both systems, right?
No, I don't think it is. The shooter.
The shooter, yeah.
I don't remember his name.
It's on both systems.
I don't remember his.
Gosh, I'm spacing on it.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I played it a little bit, and I was like,
yeah, John had it.
I was like,
because that's all it is to it. There's no meat on the bones.
You have to. It's microtransactions.
Yeah, and then on top of that, you had to
like.
You could get different monsters and everything, which you had to buy those and stuff like that.
I was like,
but when the game came out, it had a full $60 price tag, and it's just a multiplayer game.
Yep.
For the price of that, it might as well be free. In my opinion, it might as well be free to play, or come out with a $30 game that's only multiplayer. Because I feel like I'm getting cheated out my money by paying full price for a game that I can only play in single play and multiplayer. And nowadays, let's say I don't pay my cable bill, I can't even play the game.
Yep.
Online with you. Or if the server's down, which that never happens, the server's down, I can't play the game online with anybody. And there's no so basically you're telling me if I can't get to internet access, or I can't get to where I can play online or whatever the case is for whatever reason, whether that be my fault or the actual company that the game's fault, or EA or whatever the case is. Now I have no even. So like if I can't play games online, right? At least I can go into that single player mode and play that for a little while.
True.
Until the online comes back on. But if I can't play it at all, then it's like I'm wasting my money. I'm gonna look up what that game was. Will, what's your thoughts on non-single player? Okay, if done right, still it's not a $60 price tag. I'm sorry,
no,
it's not.
Games that have come out recently, I think it's kind of I'm biting everything back to say that they even that they don't deserve, or that they deserve a $60 price tag for everything, because there's some that do. There's some that's like, you've given me a game's worth and stuff like that.
Yeah, if the multiplayer, like, okay, what's a good example? If the people that love Destiny, that put hella hours into Destiny, you know what I mean? But even though Destiny has which you can't play offline at all. You have to be online all the time, but there's a lot of hours you get out of that game. You know what I mean? Is that worth the $60 price tag? Even then, I don't feel like the entry to get into that game is worth $60.
Multiplayer, I think any multiplayer game is not worth. It's not worth $60.
And by saying
I do understand
that Destiny had a single player aspect to it.
Yeah. It's not worth.
I don't think it is
worth that. Not $60. I mean, yeah, I love gaming.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But playing something that's extremely repetitive, which multiplayer gaming essentially is, and the only thing they do to spruce it up is make you pay more money to get more content. I don't think, don't charge them that much. If you're just gonna make it purely multiplayer, or hell, if you're gonna give a 5-hour story and stuff like that, then friggin' don't.
I mean, I complain about the 5-hour story, but I'd rather have the 5-hour story than fucking nothing.
Yeah, but even 5-hour story. No, I'm not even gonna give them that 5-hour story. No, when I could play a game from 1980 something.
Evolve, by the way, was the name of the game.
Evolve. Yeah. I can play a game from like the 80s, 90s,
Right
and
now.
stuff like that. Right now, and have a shit ton of gameplay and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And those games weren't even close to the price tags they were now.
Yeah.
Even with inflation, yada yada yada. It's still kind of like, whoa, guys, what the hell is going on here?
Why can't we put together a single player campaign that will inform and make me want to play the multiplayer? I mean, there's certain games that you play, like I guess fighting games are kind of not inclusive with this, because a fighting game's single player and a fighting game's multiplayer is the same exact shit.
Yeah.
Now, a single player for a game, a shooter, and the multiplayer are two different things. You have to have modes and everything like that, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying, like, you're just gonna do like, hey, we made this cool concept, jump right in, start playing with people.
Yeah, I think, I mean, the gaming industry in general is starting to change. I mean, and I say this excluding the people that are trying to gain a one-up in the gaming industry, as well as the people who are trying to control the game industry or trying to destroy the game industry. I'm talking about the people who are actually serious, not about, like, we need to change it to A, B, and C because this is the way we think it should be. For gaming, people like that, it's still changing. It's ever changing. From MMOs changing to something where the speculations are believing that MMOs are going to change into being essentially
Just straight free to play.
No, not even that. No, mobile games.
Oh.
Imagine a mobile game going from. Or imagine MMOs going from games that you play on to something that's more accessible. You can take anywhere, and you can play at your own discretion, whatever. From other games that are for consoles and PCs and stuff.
Natural progression of mobile.
MOBAs. The thing is, they've been, when it comes to MMOs altogether and stuff like that. The stuff's changing. Has been changing because MMO has been around since like the 70s, surprisingly. The rest of gaming in general is still changing as well, trying to figure out how they need to like move with the flow of time. But they're going more for the corporate side instead of the like, what do the fans want? What do the players want?
I think this taking stuff out of the game. I mean, I guess taking stuff out of the game is better than leaving stuff on the disc.
Well, for actual true and I say this term very loosely, for true gamers are like, hey, we would like this to happen, and the other people who are in the gaming world who aren't really serious about gaming, they may play like one or two like games, are just kind of like, we got our fix, to fuck the rest of these guys, and those are the people who are the loudest, as well as those are the people who spend the most money.
I get what you're saying, that people are like, well, research shows that people, only 20% of the people that play our game finish it or even touch the single player.
Yeah.
But what you're doing is you're saying that, hey, I don't even want to, that 20%, which is not 20%, we're like couple hundred thousand people that play the game and finish it. Mm-hmm. I'm not even going to put the game out there for you to play. At least make it. I think this would be the smarter business move, but they're not going to do this because it might lack money. Have a full game price for people who want the full game experience, and people who just want to be like Madden, just want to play online and shit like that. Just want to Call of Duty shooter online. Mm-hmm. Have that game for them to buy and put it behind a paywall if they want to ever play the actual shooter. I mean, shit. So you mean to tell me that the new Call of Duty is coming out, which they're going to continue the story with what's my guy's name that was in the last one? Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
You're gonna take that out of the game.
Different developers. Same same producer, different developer. So Activision is like, I own you guys.
Activision
do what I
likes
say.
This model better though. I guarantee it.
Because they make more money off.
And
of
they
it.
spend less resources.
Mm-hmm. Technically, if you want to get technical, Call of Duty, though it comes out every year,
it's annual.
It's different developers working on it each year. So right now they have 3 different teams. Before it was 2 separate teams. It was Infinity Ward and what's the other? I was about to say Sledgehammer. Sledgehammer's the new boys. Infinity Ward and Treyarch. Treyarch used to do Spider-Man.
Yeah, Treyarch, the guys that are now doing basically from
They did Spider-Man.
Titanfall.
They did Spider-Man. And they are the ones that are working on it back and forth, and each one has their own flair and stuff that they want to add to the game. But the engine is essentially the same thing every year.
All right, so I think we're all in agreement. We want full. I'm good. I vote with my wallet, and I'm not buying the shit.
Yeah, if it's something that it's literally gotten to the point for gaming now. If it's something I'm truly interested in, I'll buy it. I'll buy it day one.
Yeah.
If it's something I'm kind of like, I'll wait to see how it is. And if it's something that I deem like, oh, it's pretty good, or is like people are kind of like,
and with the growing trend in these games that are multiplayer only, wait 2 months, it's gonna be like $20 online anyway.
Yep. So I mean,
bad trend. Tony, final thoughts.
Final thoughts.
I mean, like $60 game, $60 price tag.
Yep.
What would be an acceptable $60 price tag? G? I think you say graphics, you say game, single player and multiplayer. Like if you had to buy a game that was multiplayer only, what would that game have to have for you to have a $60 price tag attached to it?
I mean, the story mode would definitely have.
No, it's multiplayer only. A game that's multiplayer only. You buy this game as multiplayer only. What would it have to do to get you to buy it at a $60 price tag?
That's a good question. I mean, there's so many games out now that are multiplayer that don't really intrigue me because it's not a lot of things that I see differently.
So basically, you wouldn't buy it.
That's not to say that I wouldn't try it though.
If you're trying it, you buying it, right?
Well, no, I'll find somebody that has it. Try theirs. That way, I ain't.
It's not buying it. So what would have to be included in that multiplayer experience? That's only a multiplayer experience to make you pay full price $60.
Good question. I wish I could give you a definitive answer right now, but
he's fading.
Yeah, that's why I try to get him in early.
If I don't get a game, if I get multiplayer or just exclusive,
you just get a straight multiplayer experience.
Not even, and I can't even say just for multiplayer. If I get straight, if I don't feel like if it's a single player game, I gotta have content. I can't just 8-hour game done, $60. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. I want, give me content, especially now with the way that technology is improving, with the way that we have tons and tons of people who have artistic talent, whether it be in writing or drawing or whatnot, that can really create games. Like, working in teams can create some amazing games and stuff like that. Don't give me a piss poor game and then expect me to pay $60. I want to be grasped by it. And if like I said, if I deem that a game is not grasping, then I'm not going to buy it.
I'm gonna say for me, if a game is a $60 price tag only, right? But it's a shared world shooter, similar to Destiny, similar to what's Ubisoft coming out with right now. If the game ever comes out,
Assassin's Creed,
where you're like like it's the not apocalypse, but like the world's going into chaos, and like you got your team, and you're going around, and you're like
I don't remember the game.
The game's like the game's been in process of being made for like last 3-4 years.
Oh God. All I can think of a game like that is freaking Last Guardian.
No, it's a game. I believe it's about Ubisoft, and you're in a 3-man squad. Everybody's their own person. You can talk to them, and you're like, in the preview, you're like raiding a police station, and like the guy.
You're talking about The Division.
The Division. If it's a shared world shooter like that, and I know going in that is that, and they don't do me like fucking Destiny, where if I bought the game, I can't even play Destiny right now unless I pay $80 to get the fucking new shit. Then I think it's a $60 buy-in. The Division I have hope for, so that's just me though. But this shit where you're just giving me Call of Duty multiplayer and no story, I'm good with it. I don't want it.
Everybody keep on asking me, what's your swag side?
All right, Wollie Mopped episode gaming podcast number 54 in this bitch. And I got a problem. I think I've well documented. It's a good thing that the females I talk to don't listen to this podcast or like video games, because if they really did, they could just get all my fucking secrets. So, anyways, right? I'm dealing with a slow breakup right now.
Ooh, slow burn.
Like iceberg slow,
or like ether slow,
or like snail slow.
Like I got a flat tire slow. Just trying to get down the street. It's gonna happen eventually. So this is my question, right?
Okay.
I see it. Like a matter of fact, I dealt with the breakup. I've already dealt with the breakup in my head. Like 2 weeks ago. But the breakup is slowly rolling on to, And if you remember, this time last year I was breaking up with a bitch at the same exact time. And remember, we were supposed to go to Halloween Horror Nights. And I broke up with a girl, and me and this girl are supposed to go to Halloween Horror Nights. And I'm about to break up with her, or whatever the case. So it must be
Halloween
something.
Horror Nights is awesome. That's a perfect place to get drunk. Just fucking. But you have to have a designated driver, of course, not to drink and drive.
Yeah.
Like, if you have a designated driver, just fucking go wild.
Yeah.
Just have fun.
Live life.
So last year at this time, the female I was talking to kind of came out of left field. Like, when it was, like, done. She was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I got a boyfriend." I was like, "What?" It kind of hit me like, "Oh my gosh!" Like,
hand on table. Do tell.
Yeah, I was.
Yes, please do tell.
Like, yeah. So this one I see a mile away coming. So now I'm kind of like, how do I break it up? Like, do I just wait for her to finally just be like, "I can't do this anymore"? Because we were talking about earlier how female, when she wants to break up with you or like you cheating on her or something like that. And I didn't cheat, but whatever. But not really. Anyway,
not really.
I mean, but she's just breaking up because she's like getting this. She probably got some new dick, whatever the case is.
There's two ways you can handle it. Way number one,
Do so.
you can just be like, "Fuck it, I'm going to intercept this
and actively see that was my one. But I was gonna be like, you disrespectful bitch, trying to like just linger and like push me out and everything like that, and be like, you know what, you disrespected me, and I'm gonna I'm gonna put it on her and be like, you disrespected me. I don't know what makes you think that I'm the type of guy that you can play with like this. But then I was like, that's probably gonna fuck me up for later.
Oh, or you could let her decide. I'll just sit back in the cut. Don't do anything. And what I mean,
what's going on right now?
Yeah, what I mean, not what. Don't do anything in the sense of like, just doing nothing in general.
Yeah.
Or like, plan, set your stuff up so she
when
she initiates, you
she
can be like,
it's her idea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then act accordingly. From that point, that's all in personal preference. For me personally, okay, all right, you done? Okay, well, all right, I'm on my way. And then that's when they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, we're done, right? So I can
for
just
like 2 months.
I'm done. Or you can be like, oh, okay, well, and then you play your other little games that you might want to play to do whatever. Me, it's like, all right, it's over. That makes me want you more. That's nice, but I don't want you. So
So
and then you let that simmer and do whatever you want from there. And this kind of apply to multiple people.
Yeah, I see. That's the thing, though. I'm like, I'm waiting for the breakup to come. Just sitting on my hands, like. But if I actively pursue the breakup, then I give her a reason to be like, well, you wanted to break up with me, then it's on me, it's my fault. And I have no problem with it being my fault, as long as it gets it over with. But you want to get, but she's looking for a reason right now anyway, so I don't want to give her said reason.
Right.
And this is going to sound horrible, but what would be the most strategic position that you can be in? And this position that you're being put in.
I mean, well, this is the idea that's already running through my head, which so I want the breakup to come and me be what I am, the best thing that ever happened to her ever.
Okay, now you're going a little bit into the whole like egotistical side.
Yeah, of
that's
course,
fine.
but that's me.
That's fine.
But no, like she, of course, because she was this woman, is what she'll do. She wants to break up and have it be my fault, so I give her and out. And we're not even boyfriend girlfriend, but we're talking, and she wants to stop talking. So she needs a deniable. I broke up because you made me break up with you. She needs that thing to vilify me,
right?
Because she, like most women that I've dated, they are the lead actress, the director, and executive producer of their own show that's in their heads. So she needs deniable plausibility. So by giving her that, she could come with the whole, well, I wasn't even thinking about breaking up. It's all in your head. You just being jealous, da 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 da. But since you so jealous and you want to break up, we'll break up. Like, bitch, you just and I don't want to give her that gasoline. I want her to break up with me, like most of my females that are breaking up with me, and be like, oh my God, what have I done? I fucked up. Cause I truly believe, and this is gonna sound very egotistical, but I'm pretty sure she's not listening.
No. I wasn't saying egotistical for that sake.
Yeah,
fuck that. For me, I'm just like wank, wank, wank.
I truly believe that once I'm out of her life, the quality of her life will be less.
I was saying wink, 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 just to not make yourself seem like an asshole. I know you might not care, but
trust me, I know he doesn't care.
Well, I don't want to make it seem so obvious, though.
But no, I have made her life better. I mean, from happiness to she's got the kid thing and everything like that, stuff that I've done. So even just concert tickets and whatever the fuck. Knowing me has benefited her more than me knowing her has benefited me. It's just simple. It's simple. But she doesn't annoy me, so she stays around.
I think the one thing that I'm starting to understand more with people in general with this whole thing is, and I take this not for an entire portion of my life, but it's a good lesson to have, like in the recesses of your mind. My mom always told me that there are people that are around for a reason. There are people around here for a season.
Yeah.
So she could be a seasonal person.
Yeah.
She could be there for a reason altogether. She could just be fodder.
Yeah, but I would feel bad about myself, and I always bring it back to myself when I'm doing something for females, because it's really for them, for me. I would feel bad about myself if she left me being a worse person than she was when I met her. Like, and I could easily make her a worse person.
Why? Why?
Because
he's him.
because I'm me. I'm awesome, and I think that
there was an episode of the Cosby Show where Claire was talking with her best friend about this one teacher, and she imagine having a dream about this one teacher. I always have wear this, or was it a teacher or was it like a church lady? Who always wore these like crazy hats, and she'd be like, it was actually a Hillman teacher. She'd be like, dig deeper. I want you to dig deeper. I want you to dig deeper. Go deeper than that.
The reason why is because I'm dope. I want her to be dope. She's taken a part of time that I've invested in her, and she's invested in me. And anybody who has invested that amount of time in me, especially a younger person, somebody who's younger, and a female, I want her to be better, be a better bitch.
Better for
herself.
Good.
Just be a better bitch.
So
I
don't mean bitch in the derogatory term, but I mean bitch as in be a better bitch.
So when she gets to her next penis, she will have learned things that she won't do. She'll notice that the dude that she's messing with is not me, but she'll also learn in herself the way that I treated her versus like the way she treats other people. She'll learn some shit, is what I'm saying.
I find it very entertaining for my own purposes, looking at relationships between guys and girls, for the fact of the the delicious multitude of parallels that are there between the two.
Shout out to Beige Phillips.
There you go. But I laugh at that because Beige Phillips.
Yeah.
But at the same time, girls and guys do things that are fundamentally different in their core
and the actual activity of what doing, but
exactly.
But deeper, as you say.
Yeah, digging deeper.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because girls do very similar things to guys when it
Exactly.
comes to, but their
How they execute
end
it.
goals are
Yeah,
totally
different.
Not even the execution. Execution can be very similar, but the
But
end
the
goals are
reasoning,
totally
yeah.
different. And it goes into a lot of your whole like primal instinct,
Yeah.
yada yada yada, whatever you want to call it. But I found it very interesting. Like at a certain point, where does a guy do A, B, and C? At a certain point, where does a girl do A, B, and C?
Yeah. It's like, well, if we just did the same thing at the same time, we would.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. We're trying to figure out like what's A, B, and C. What I'm very curious what she's doing on her end. Besides the stuff that we speculate.
Yeah. Getting other penises.
Well,
Definitely.
getting other penises.
That's definitely a
but
given.
but
she's doing
but then it
that.
goes into the why is she getting other penises?
Because I haven't filled up a coffee cup.
Oh.
This is true.
The good old coffee cup.
But this is true. It's true. Her emotional coffee cup is not filled up. I have not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess I could have asked her to be girlfriend, boyfriend sooner, or whatever the case is.
You didn't ask her for cream, did you?
No, I didn't. I didn't ask to be boyfriend, girlfriend, and you know I'm busy, so I don't call her 24/7. You know what I'm saying?
Sir, that is no excuse for a relationship. You're supposed to give your all. You're
Or
not supposed to play around with a pro girl's emotions.
But at the same time, she hasn't asked for a relationship either, so I'm not gonna be the one to bring it up. If she's happy, then fuck it.
Then that girl should not be playing with your emotions. Oh, it's so fun to play both sides of the
I mean, but at the same time, she hasn't vocalized her I mean, I can pretty much know. I know what she wants. She wants me there. She wants me to be boyfriend. She wants me to be new baby daddy. Yada yada yada.
ABC.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is that she hasn't verbalized any of that, and she sees that I'm not getting on that. And we've been talking exclusively for about 5-6 months, and that's usually at the time when they start to get real tense. And since she sees that in her mind, she believes that I'm not going to be that guy. She's starting to look for somebody else to fill up a coffee cup. That's the reason why. We all know the reason why. She's got a coffee cup. I was filling up a coffee cup, but now I'm not. But the thing that it is, her coffee cup, she was getting grade A Colombian beans. Now she fucking with Maxwell. You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, but I guess if your cup is full, your cup is full.
So what about the other side of that? The male side.
Yeah.
What is it that you're wanting then?
My coffee cup is always full, I guess.
Yeah, literally.
I'm saying like but see, I'm always happy. She's not.
First reason, I want to state the fact that the reason why I'm doing this is because I want it to be kind of like a dualistic type of learning experience.
Yeah.
Not just so if there are any females that are learning this stuff, maybe they can get an insight on
Yeah.
the whole masculine side.
Yeah.
And for all the guys, listen, you might learn something type thing. What is it you're happy?
So to expand on that, I'm not always in a good mood, but what I'm saying is that emotionally speaking,
You're in tune.
I'm dope because I like to be dope.
Right.
I do things that makes me happy because I like to be happy. These things make me happy. I live for me, so I'm always filled up. You know what I'm saying? In the sense that like I don't need somebody to make me feel a certain way. I feel a certain way because I feel a certain way. And by a female being around me, that kind of most times my happiness kind of makes them happy because I'm filled up. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't need you, but I appreciate you.
I got you.
You understand?
Okay, that makes sense.
I got you. So, what would your advice be for the young lovely ladies that might be on our show?
I mean, besides be a better bitch.
Yeah. I don't know if they appreciate the whole.
And I know
be a better bitch. Like, I'm not a bitch.
When I say be a better B.
No. It's okay. Just call it what it is.
When I say be a better bitch, I mean,
I'm not saying this so you censor yourself. Be yourself, man.
When I say that, I'm saying like I'm being the best person I can be to get with you. Right?
Yeah.
Don't feel entitled just because I do what I can do. I be the best person. I be the best version of me I can to get with you. That you don't have to do anything in return. It's like we were talking about the day. Like when we were talking, I was like, I do everything I can to show you I'm dope, show you that I'm a worthy a gentleman for you to be with, that I can make you feel safe and everything, that I want to be with you. And once I get you, it a lot of times feels like a woman doesn't do anything after I get you to prove to me, like, make me love you. Like, I make you have sex with me. I do everything I can to get you in the bed, to get you in the sack, to make you have sex with me. But after I have sex with you, you don't do as much work as I was doing to make you have sex with me to make me love you.
Right.
And I'm just saying, if you put work in to make me love you the way that I put work in to make you have sex with me, then you would be happy.
Okay.
And you would have me.
All right. Well.
And when I say me, I mean a credible dude.
Gotcha.
And that's not me. That's other men too.
Credible dudes.